I sought out help when I was moving toward retirement and I wanted to make sure I had enough money to retire and it was handled properly, things I didn't really know how to do.
Based on her recommendation, she went with Aaron and Modern Capital, and I retired at the age of 69, so 2.5 years ago. And I didn't want to manage my 401k myself. I wanted somebody to handle all that for me. Modern Capital recommended an annuity to deal with rather than a 401k, so there's some protection for the money. It's not just going to get lost in the stock market. So I was very impressed the way Aaron and Modern set it up for me. In my case, I retired at the age of 69, and I had a pretty good 401k built up. I didn't want to manage all that myself. Donna had begun drawing her Social Security and had dealt with Aaron and Modern Capital ahead of me, and she was pleased with them. And after I conversed with Aaron, I agreed to go the same route because I thought he was doing a very nice job for her, and he subsequently has done a very nice job for me.
And I was going to start drawing Social Security. I started at age 65, and I wanted to have all the rest of my money in a safe place. Had no idea how to do it, so that's the reason I sought out Aaron and his team to help me understand all of it, because it's very confusing. And I don't think you can do it yourself. I think that you really need help to do it because the laws are so changing all the time, all the laws and the rules around your retirement money, and it's nice to have someone who keeps up with that. I dealt with Aaron when he was with his previous company, and when he went out on his own, it was just a no-brainer to go with him because he had handled me beautifully.
I didn't really deal with the other company that much at all. I dealt with Aaron and the team around Modern Capital that he was building, so that's what led me into it.
For me, it's the fact that Aaron and his team are so responsive. You can text him, you get a text back immediately. If you need more information than a text, he sets up a video chat, and he's so thorough about explaining everything that it's great. And just his responsiveness to emails, texts, phone calls, anything, he's like right on it for you.
And I would agree, even on weekends. When I went with him, we had probably an hour and a half interview where he wanted to know what my goals were and how to set things up. And after that, as he and his team started actually investing the money and moving money around and all that, he was in touch with me constantly to make sure we were all going in the same direction, that he wasn't doing anything I didn't want, and I appreciated that tremendously, that he stayed right on top of what I was trying to do. So trying to do within limits, basically preserve capital. When you're retired, there's not like a bonus check coming in anymore. So he's done a great job of A, keeping the money protected, B, actually growing it quite a bit in a turbulent time with the stock market. So I'm very happy with what he and him Modern have done.
I would have to say that because retirement is such a tricky issue, that when I have somebody who looks out for me, and Aaron and his team absolutely look out for you, there's no reason to look for anyone else. And I've felt that way since the day I met him, that he was kind of really invested in me and my retirement.
Well, I was heavily influenced by her decision to go with him since she had already been with him and been happy. I didn't really look around. I figured a personal recommendation was best because God knows there are a million people out there that are fly by night in the financial and retirement business. And I probably could have gone with, one of the stockbrokers or somebody I had. They've all got retirement things. But A, there's more fees. B, I don't think they would have given me the personal service that Aaron and Modern Capital done. So
Again, the fact that Aaron's so good at explaining the process and the laws behind it and what the government's going to do, that it just puts you at ease, like there's somebody really knowledgeable who's handling this for you.
I would agree. He's, like I said, he's guided me every step of the way. He hadn't done anything wrong. He's made sure I'm involved in all the decisions, and I just don't see any reason to change anything that's going on there.
Well, I feel that Modern Capital definitely has my best interest at heart. They're not trying to get rich off me. And I think there's a lot of companies out there that probably are not quite so or unscrupulous. He is like dead on with making you feel comfortable with Modern Capital. And his team is amazing because you can talk to anybody and they will answer your question. If they don't know it, they research it, and they're able to just make you feel comfortable, like you're being taken care of. And we've actually recommended Modern Capital to some of our friends who are in the same age group and are looking to have somebody to take care of them.
I mean, for me, I went with Aaron and Modern Capital because I had a good reference for it. And I'd be, having dealt with them now for a couple of years, I mean, there's two things. When I have questions, he always gets them answered. The rest of the time, I don't have to think about it because I know they're taking care of business for me. I don't have to be constantly worried about what's going on over there. So I think, as Donna said, we've recommended them to some people. I know one person is just recently lost a husband and doesn't want to deal with any of this, but she isn't thinking long term enough, to my mind.
So
she wants all the money when she can get it anytime. I'm like, no. You need to make sure you aren't in a cardboard box at the age of 90. So
living under a
yeah,
overpass.
right. So, but I mean, I've always put in my entire working life and my whole life, recommendations mean a lot, and I'm more than happy to recommend Aaron and Modern Capital to any of my friends or anybody that asks me about it. Is that to say he's the only game in town? No, I mean, she's got a cousin who's getting married to a financial advisor who's done a very nice job, but she met him after we had already gone with Aaron. I wasn't about to switch in midstream. So, but I think personal recommendations are good, and I have no trouble recommending Aaron and Modern Capital to anybody.